Hello, welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Dada. My name is Aditamola Emmanuel. You should know what this podcast is about. For new listeners, the podcast talks about issues, right? How to deal with relationship, how to thrive in marriage, how to thrive as a single person, and not fall or go with pressure, just because they asked you to get married, and lots more, right? So today it's another interesting topic, and this interesting topic is about how do you thrive after a breakup. Yep. How do you thrive after a breakup? Have you been there? Have I been there? It's just normal. As long as we're human, we would of course face it once in a while. Don't tell me that you haven't faced any breakup before. Please. Oh, just please. So today I just want you to understand that breaking up, right, is it's like ending a relationship. It's ending a relationship, of course, but then the most challenging part of it is that you're like mourning someone even though you know that they're alive, right? You know what I mean? You're like mourning the person and you know the person is still alive, because you actually love the person. Not only that, but you've actually lost someone that you normally speak with every day. You have lost someone that you see each other, if not every day, but sometimes, sometimes you just plan to see each other and all that. And then you're used to the person's comfort. You're used to that person. And just boom, suddenly they're no longer in your lives. You know what I mean? Exactly. So it's one of the times that you know that, okay, that you're actually grieving. And so today I just want us to get through it, right? I want us to get through it. There are some techniques. It might not be easy, I'm not promising, but I know that if you follow this through, you could get something to pick and then you can just write about smile again. So as you go through a breakup, you may be thinking, but I don't want to feel this way. I just want to feel happy again. How am I supposed to smile again without him or without her? And there is a lot of resistance, but it usually becomes tougher, when you resist something. Try it. When you're trying to deny or live in denial of something like, no, this can't be happening, or no, I'm not depressed, no, I'm okay, I'm fine, It's usually, for example, now, you find out that you're ill and you keep saying that there's nothing wrong with you. I don't want to be sick. And then you continue to live your normal life, but you actually know that you're not feeling well. Then you go to work, you're not even taking care of yourself, but you're feeling down. It becomes harder. Why? Because you're trying to use a part of you that is not okay. That's exactly what happens when we break up. Like, you don't want to face the fact that, okay, this has happened, and then you just live in denial, and at the end of the day, the thing just hits you, boom. Like, you just fall sick, and then they start asking you, but you were fine yesterday. Of course, you already saw the signs, but it's only because you have been refusing or you've been ignoring the signs and saying that, I'm fine. You're trying to be a soldier. Hello? There is no soldier in breakup. If you feel it, then just take it in. Take it in, keep the chariot that everything will be fine. Just stop it. Even when you know that things are not fine and you're resisting them, it makes you more down. It makes you so down. So when you go through this phase, right, I don't want to call it depression phase. Even if you think you're doing just fine, you have to feel the pain. It's not, I know it's not, popular, or I might not be saying what you want to hear, but that's the truth. You need to let the pain sink in. Because if you don't and you try to fend off the pain, you will know that it's going to be a slower healing process, because you're living in denial. And when you start living in denial, you really can't get a hold of your emotions. So what happens is that your emotion will get stuck in your body and they get magnified, and then you start becoming bitter, right? You start becoming bitter, And these are the things that you really don't want. So you're trying to ask yourself, how am I supposed to get on with this? How am I supposed to live my life without him? How am I supposed to live? I know you know the song. But that's it. So if you want to overcome separation and thrive, remember I said, how do you thrive? during a breakup, after a breakup, just so that you can thrive, right? What you need to do is to first of all accept it. Like, this is it. It has happened. Take it in, right? Because let me give another example, right? Let's say you break a leg or you fall down the stairs and then you feel the pain. So when you feel the pain and then you get up and then someone comes to you and says, oh, no, you're a big boy, don't cry. Kineko, don't cry, bawo. There's pain now. You feel the pain and then you just look at them and you think, what's wrong with this one? What is the matter with you? I just fell down the stairs, of course. I'm in pain and I will cry if I want to, right? It's the same thing that happens with separation. When you're going through something, I don't want to use dramatic. Okay, when you're going through that kind of phase, right, you need to feel the pain. I'm just talking about you feeling the pain. Now, when you allow yourself to feel the pain, give yourself a deadline. Give yourself a deadline. You can need a month, you can need 3 weeks, you can need more. So the deadline you give yourself, or the deadline A can give herself, is different from the deadline B would give herself or himself, right? So I'm not going to force a deadline on you, because you see, it is you that the shoes is pinching. But you also know what to allow and how long you can allow it, right? So give it a deadline, but just know that this matter, I'm only just giving it a week and I'm going to be done with it. I'm going to cry if I want. I'm going to be in the bed if I want. I might just call in sick if I want. If I don't feel like eating, I'm not going to eat. If I feel like staying at home, I'm going to stay at home. If I want to stress eat, I'm going to stress eat. You can decide whatever you want to do. And really, you can also decide when you want to share it with people. You don't have to share it with people immediately. It's all on you. That's why I said give it time, right? Give it time. Just know that, okay, this is what I want to do. This is the deadline I want to give it. After this time, I'm not even crying about this person again. I'm not wasting tears and all that. And then mean it, It's not like you'll be happy right away, right? But it just means that you'll be able to go out and have fun. You'll be able to look at yourself, because you now stop looking at yourself with pity, because you have already given it a deadline. You have already decided that I'm not even discussing it yet, because I don't want to discuss it yet. Just ask yourself, how long will it take me to get through this phase of being depressed? Once you can answer the question, then you can start to see yourself again. Okay, you can start to see yourself again. And like I said, I really don't want to recommend any time, but come on now. Nobody is worth, giving all your time and all your whole life and everything and putting your whole life at a full stop. Okay, so just give it a time, a month, 3 months, a week, and do whatever you can, to get back together. So there's this thing called a circle of grief, right? This is the stage where being stuck is the norm. So it is where you usually suddenly realize that you have lost someone, and the likelihood of the person coming back into your life is 1 to 0%. You were thinking I was going to say 1 to 100. No, now I know what I'm saying. It's 1 to 0%. And then you start feeling it. So that's the circle, right? You start feeling denial, like I said before, and then you start feeling anger, and then you start bargaining. This is where you now start begging the person, yeah, let's discuss it, knowing fully well that this relationship is not good for you. So why are you even crying in the first place? Even if it's a good one, then there won't be a breakup in the first place. Even if there is a breakup, you guys will sort it out easily, right? So that means there's something called there's something you need to be able to define, like, okay, this is not worth it. But most times you end up bargaining, and then you're like, okay, he's going to come back to beg me, or I'm going to go and beg him and all that. And then after that, then you start getting depressed, which is the hardest part, which is why I said, after that part, accept it. And then now tell yourself that, okay, I've given it time. I've given it a few weeks. I'm giving it a few weeks. And then just do what? Just move. So you need to move from that depression to acceptance and then surviving, because now you need to survive. Yeah, you need to survive. You're human. You can't wallow in pity all your life, right? So number one thing you're going to do is increase your social activity, right? increase your social activity by simply going out to have a drink, going for a park. There's kidney corn lab, basket Maldives, but just go and just take yourself out and have a good laugh. If you don't go for exercises, just register at the gym and sweat it out. You understand? Stretch it out, because sometimes you don't even want to talk to your friends. You don't even want to talk to your family about it, right? So it is you increasing your social activity by simply going out, to have a drink, going to a park for a walk, living the life the best way you can. Number 2, try journaling your thoughts, right? If you're someone that writes a lot, try journaling your thoughts. If you feel you need to get out how you feel, then get it out. Get out how you feel. Pen down how you feel every day. You can, but most importantly, pen down the things you're grateful for. Just because you have woken up today, this morning, then pen down those things. Be grateful because you have woken up. Have a gratitude journal where you can do that every day. And then rediscover yourself, because most times when we're in a relationship, we tend to forget who we are. That's when we now start sacrificing most of the things we used to do. And then you see someone that likes to always maybe after work she likes to watch a movie, and now she doesn't even watch a movie anymore because she's rushing to see somebody and all that. Rediscover yourself. Rediscover yourself, because most times you want what your partner wants, and you will do only those things that make your partner happy, right? Forgetting that you initially had hobbies or the things that interested you before the relationship. So try something new, and something new that you've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to skydive. I hope I do it someday soon, right? So just try something. Then make conscious effort. You have to. Nobody can help you do this, right? Make conscious effort to be excited about the breakup rather than be anxious. It will lead to, just tell yourself that you're excited about your future, because you never even know. God is a fantastic matchmaker. He works in miraculous ways, okay? So if you're still in a relationship with your ex, knowing that you're no longer together, there must be a reason for that breakup. So dwell on that reason and then look at your future. Make conscious effort to be excited about your future rather than to be anxious, okay? Because this would also lead to anxiety. Now, define yourself positively. It's so easy to define yourself negatively, especially when you've been cheated on, or you are the one who has been labeled boring, right? Or maybe you are jealous or something like that. You can relabel yourself. Relabel yourself by writing down what you see and dress the path going forward. Let me give you an example. So you say, I'm a confident person, right? So nobody brings you down. I'm a confident person. I'm not a jealous person, right? I'm not a boring person and all that. So if you feel good on the outside, right, you will feel good on the inside. Vice versa. If you feel good on the inside, you will definitely radiate on the outside. Okay? So, and then the next thing you need to do, check these things down. If it's too much, just try and take it down bit by bit. Just take it one at a time, right? You don't have to do everything I mentioned, but just take it one bit at a time. Then movement is magical. Like I said, increase your motion, exercise. You can do it. Exercise. Like I said, register yourself at a gym. The one thing that you won't do is fail to take medication when you are ill-disposed, right? Okay, so it's the same with exercise. When you want to survive a breakup, go for a 10 minutes walk and let your emotions loose. Let it loose. Because at this stage, then you'll be able to push past this stage. You'll be intentional. You can feel, some people just go back to memories and all the things they've done before, and then they start crying. Or more, filter those things. Filter the things you listen to, because you don't want to listen to anything that will make you depressed. So rather than listen to things that make you depressed, be happy. Praise God. Listen to comic relief. I said it earlier on. Go for Night of 1,000 Laugh or something. Yeah. There's so many comedians everywhere. Once this is over, then it's time to move on. This is where I'm going to stop. I know you've had fun. There's so much more, okay? But this episode will be packed in another the next week, right? So if you want to have a date with me, subscribe. Don't forget to share, and please like. so that next week you can have the concluding part of this episode. This is me again, minding my father's business. As always, I love you all. Bye.